What's up, you guys? We got the first ever fully copper lab. Pretty shocking. Pretty shocking. I have to use it right away to boost the hoverboard, of course. Interesting. The glare is even causing some recording hiccups. Let's get the 10D hoverboard on it. See what kind of true boost we can get up to. Copper on copper. It's really interesting. The actual resonance is out of this world. It's not cool but weird at the same time, yeah. It's not complete, technically. What is the use of the leather on the top? That's really just for rider comfortability and sort of cabin surety. Can you follow me, Chaser? Sure, there you follow. What is this and how does it work? So, well, right now I'm testing the hoverboard for the first time in, well, it's not a fully copper time machine. It's about 80% complete. But it is the first of its kind, you know. We've seen, of course, the Paper Labs, the Tree series, the most flimsy. And then we have the second most flimsy. We have this one's on its last legs, the acrylic series. But now, I watched all your vids from 22. Dang, thank you so much. From 2022. I appreciate that, my friend. I appreciate that hugely. And now, we're into the copper series, though. This one is going to have two other critical updates. But I mean, that's straight copper. Almost pure. I think it has trace amounts of oxygen in it. Very fascinating. So this is the first time this is encoding. I mean, really, the time travel possible. Chaser, thank you so much. Gavin. Yo, what's up, Gavin? What do the slime tests tell you? Slime, fourth dimensional substrate. Gives you a lot of data. A lot of data. About anything three-dimensional. Wow, this is absolutely out of there. I mean, we're working on a surface of pure copper. What kind of data? Fourth dimensional data. That's the true benefit of working with slime. Is pure 4D data. What is 4D data? It's really just the scaling up 3D data. Fourth dimension is really just a lot of 3Ds. 4Ds, a lot of 3Ds. Same thing with every dimension. Let's go. I gotta go. Wish you all luck. Thank you, Chaser. Thanks for dropping by at all. Just testing on a copper lab. The data we're getting is boosted by at least, if a regular time machine is about, the paper tree series is about 1.2, acrylic series about 1.4. I need to get those numbers together. But the copper series, as it is, you know, without its battery and solar panel, which are to arrive shortly, we're still working. I mean, this one already is the first one that might honestly last forever. There's really no reason why this would degrade too much. Not forever, but relatively. Can I sign up to be your assistant? You can join the 8 League. You can join the 8 League. I really don't need assistance per se at the moment, but I would like to see more creativity. Yeah, bro, how do I change my local gravity? You do it all the time. You do it all the time. have to think, gravity is really not as crazy as you think it is. I mean, there's the only gravity that we really affects our life is the Earth's gravity. And then, of course, I mean, the sun's gravity, and then the moon's gravity, and then Jupiter's gravity. But as far as like one that you can really tell is Earth's gravity. Just testing the copper on copper out of this world. Two completely different forms of copper. Copper in the time machine. Absolutely out of here. Bringing in, this was encoding overnight. Gold infused slime to the copper surface. It's almost impervious to all forms of testing. Just encoding the hoverboard on top of the copper lab is astounding. You could try aluminum; it's similar electromagnetic response to copper and could save you money. Oh, that's true. That's true. I mean, I'm not opposed to trying aluminum. I think aluminum's gonna come into play really in probably one of the next two series of time machines, because after copper's just the third. There's gonna be about 7 whole series. I'm gonna buy a bunch of data. Very little, except for my own ailments, but yeah, there is going to be a time machine that actually has a processor on it, and some with some plastics. So there'll definitely be place for aluminum. Aluminum is actually one of the most fantastic elements. If you think about it, I mean, we had copper quite a while before we had aluminum, just because of how difficult it is. Even though aluminum so cheap, but I mean, it's not easy as copper is to get out of the earth. And then aluminum, obviously, for aerospace uses. So trust me, we're gonna get to aluminum. We just happen to be in copper for the moment. And if I'm correct in my hypothesis of the fourth dimension, every element is its own direction in the timeline. So we just basically are fully now turning slightly in the timeline with our use of copper. We see how it's affected the 10D board pretty amazingly, allowing for the qubit lattices to really come into their own. They really weren't bad when I don't know if anyone remembers the very early qubit lattices, but they were not practical as far as being able to get a lot of wear and tear. But yeah, I mean, we're moving forward at light speed. I mean, time travel is faster than light speed, so instantly successful. Oh yeah, let me tell you, this first copper time machine was not easy. Was not easy to make, ladies and gentlemen. Not only did it take, a decent amount of research, not a crazy amount, but even just getting the copper, because it came in one solid piece. And I had to cut it in half, which itself was not easy to do. But just highlights the need. I plan to completely upgrade the time machine setup, so might not be doing nighttime lives anymore. Might be switching to early AM lives. We'll see. Wow. And the extra benefits, of course, now that we're working in the copper time machine, is that we can actually one conduct electricity straight off, though they're connected with electrical tape, which is accurate for this field. But yeah, that's going to be just a fascinating sort of passive aspect of the copper time machine. You think about the electrons that are swimming through a metal like copper with its high conductivity. You forgot the silver wire in between for stabilization. Man, by the time we get certain exotic elements in here, like silver and gold, platinum, osmium. One, I know I'm not going to really be able to do anything with osmium, but it is. Well, I mean, gold is pretty pliable. I don't know how hard actually osmium is. Palladium, that'd be amazing. Palladium's not toxic, right? No, I don't think so. Titanium. Damn, what dimension even? I mean, time machines, fourth dimensional spaces. Though I'm starting to think that the different series of time machines might also correlate to different dimensions, though through the fourth dimension. But everything connects to the fourth dimension, in my hypothesis. Really, there might be something there even with music being in 4/4. I'm thinking a base 4 number system also might be really interesting. So, I mean, this is really the beginning of us moving into whole new realms. It's fascinating. We have our copper refuse box here. Let's go ahead and analyze some of this copper on top of the copper time machine. Fully moving through this timeline, the copper timeline. Extremely fascinating. The copper timeline. So in my hypothesis, each element, people say, oh, different timelines. There's actually not infinitely different timelines. There would really be one timeline for every element, in my hypothesis anyway. This one's covered with the gold paint, but and so every element would be its own timeline. So there'd be the copper timeline, the carbon timeline, oxygen timeline. Those would be the only different timelines that would actually be accessible to us. The core is more than filled up. I almost shouldn't have taken everything out of it. I don't know if it's going to fit back in. Wow. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Go clock in. So it's 11:19. I suppose I could get a nighttime job. If I was going to get a nighttime job, it would definitely be McDonald's. I think McDonald's is one of the most fascinating places. I would love to work there and just see exactly what they got going on. It's funny, most people take their jobs for granted, but I mean, it's usually $1 million estate. At the very least, most businesses are $1 million establishments. Usually multi-million-dollar establishments. I'm watching this from Thanksgiving. From Thanksgiving? Wow. I can sort of imagine how that might be possible. If you're traversing the copper timeline, you could ostensibly, perhaps, skip over quite a bit. What number element is copper? Can someone drop that in the chat? I missed one. I think I got them all. There's a few little stragglers around. Element 115. It is not element 115. Copper has to be like in the 40s or something like that. Or maybe 20s, 30s. Copper's 29. Okay. That's fascinating. Might be able to skip over factor rate of 29. Kyo, my BF, loved you? Where is your BF now? Your best friend? Sophie, get out of here. You're the same, Sophie. Welcome back. Chaser, I'm back. Oh, good. I'm the BF. Okay, great. Have you used silver? No, not yet. We have not. We're barely into copper, ladies and gentlemen. Barely into copper. We would have been making more time machine. Oh, I did miss one. Whoever said that, thank you. Put that in the time machine core. It's not really going to be the final refuse box. So now I need a crucible because I need to melt down this copper. I'm missing another one. Come on. Oh, what the freak? You guys have keen eye. I keep thinking you're lying, but it's very fascinating. I mean, if we were at the vacuum of space, you know what the fascinating thing is? In the vacuum of space, metal has slime-like properties. Because without that oxidization layer, I could literally just take this piece of metal and fuse it onto this piece of metal. And it would just attach just by touching, kind of like slime. Which is very fascinating. Very fascinating. So slime is really replicating an astrophysical reality. Hoverheads merch, please. Oh yeah, I need to partner with a few hoverheads in order to run that because truthfully, I'm maxed out on. I really focus on the science. I mess around with a few other things that I've been doing, and that are part of the core of what my goals are, but I'm really quite busy actually. Let's get some different tests going on the time machine. We have to progress through the timeline. We must progress through the timeline. Let's see the board. Yeah, I guess you're right. It would be best to test the board as well as. I'm already seeing some interesting issues with the. Oh, there's the teleporter. Get that onto the copper time machine. I can't wait to make some of the larger copper time machines. Not to mention the copper agency, the copper watch is going to be out of this world. Oh man, we've entered into a new realm of time travel. Do some hover tests on top of the copper. Have you tested the time machine? Oh, we're testing it right now. The question is, how will it affect our ongoing research? If I'm correct, we should see some changes in the next couple weeks. Like I'm talking astronomical changes. Because we're in an entirely new paradigm now. Ooh, that was cool. Interesting. That was pretty interesting. It actually felt quite different. I'm not sure. I've been seeing some really cool people making super funny hoverboard videos or different science videos in my style, and a lot of times it'll be like the biggest video on their channel. We're getting data right now on the current hoverboard model. And I'm just like, I don't think people realize it's like, you might be faking it, but go ahead and keep faking it until you make it. Because there's really actually no such thing as faking. It's not a real thing, because everything is real. Wow. Maximizing the copper time machine, getting its tests. Wow. The temporal ubiquity is off the charts. Whoa. Oh man, in the copper time machine. And this isn't even, I don't know how it's going to work when the copper time machine is fully integrated. Well, it's really the solar time machine. That's the name. Well, it's the name of it is the Solar Series. This was, the cables was really just the introduction. Yeah. Solar. I've actually been getting some interesting correlations between copper and the sun. There are some non-trivial correlations between copper and the sun. Just playing pretend. I mean, the imagination is the single most potent thing in the entire universe. So, if you're wondering if I'm fully deploying my imagination, it behooves me. It behooves me to do such. Fascinating. I mean, at this point, anything I do is data because we just have not been. We're in the solar realm. Wow. I jumped on super late tonight. But thank you to the Everetts. You guys are always around somewhere. Wow. And getting that data on a copper board, it's really causing me to zoom out. I think that's already one of the features that might be strictly related to the copper. I'm tempted to really go in on them, but we gotta pace ourselves. Some materials analysis might be the true next step. That's amazing. Let's take a small portion of our 4D substrate. Let's encode it right on top of the copper. Right on top of the copper. We're going to learn quite a bit from this, especially if we let that encode overnight. Fascinating. It's actually a very different relationship then. Oh, jeez. This one sort of just kind of absorbed the gold. This one seems to be turning into some sort of liquid. It's kind of absorbing it. I guess maybe it's just too much for it. Oh, no, it's definitely increasing in viscosity to some degree. Absolutely phenomenal work. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I know to some people it could look absolutely trivial, but I mean, we have to progress. crescent signs. I'm gonna leave this over here to encode while also gathering a little bit more. I want to do one more test on the surface of the gold time machine. I mean the copper time machine, the solar series lab. I really actually wonder how paint will dry on something like copper. I don't remember who it was, but there was one Native American tribe that used copper coins. They actually had a gold. Lex. I feel like this is actually a real K-pop moment right now. Super K-pop moment. Don't mind me. Been doing these tests for years. Okay. All that in code. I don't like my surface being messy, so I'll be right back. Ooh, you know what I could do? I could do an upgrade on the copper time machine. See if that has any further effects when it comes to boosting. I really actually kind of wanted to let that paint dry on there, but I'll do that after I'm done. That's amazing. Alright, let's get one more tested. So that was quite successful. Daniel, what's up? Oh yeah, we have the Solar Series. Interesting. The Solar Series. It's gonna be really interesting also to see how copper truly interacts with entropy. I really don't know much about other than, of course, with a lot of the pre-tests that I did, but I haven't seen much except for, it seems like in certain circumstances there were some advanced cases of oxidization. Of course, dried paint sticking to it, that's going to happen no matter what. Well, not no matter what, but definitely with copper, it's still a factor. But so far, the biggest form of entropy interaction that I'm seeing with copper is just its ability to be, its malleability, so it can take scratches, it can get bent, warped, and that seems to be the most potent form of entropy that it interacts with. Not so much of, obviously, with the paper series, the tree series, the paper time machines. Obviously, you also get the deformity, like these scratches. This one's actually relatively new, funnily enough. But then you also get, of course, fraying along the edges, as well as all that encoded data. Truthfully, that I would love to scan even this one into AI and tell me what it thinks went down on top of the time machine. It'll be very fascinating. Some things I know about, but it'd be interesting to start using the AI to process it out. Let's check dimensions on this right here. Funnily enough, dimensions. Okay. Lines up pretty well. You can see that. It's not much different at all. The fold is almost even in the same place. Nothing but pure data. Pure data. This is amazing. And we're back. You're just jumping in. Well, behold. The Solar Series full copper time machine laboratory. 'Twas no mean feat. Oh yeah. The material strong enough to withstand the chronoplasm from the extreme time variances. I mean, Daniel, isn't that why we're doing what we're doing? Isn't that why we're doing it? It's so interesting because unlike all the other ones, it's like this itself is a tool. I could use it to carve something. It's just so sturdy. It's hefty. Not to mention, it's probably about $1 in copper. Not a little bit more than that. Very fascinating. Actually, it's probably more like 2. Actually, I don't know. Do I skate IRL? Yeah, I mean, mostly transportation. I really just be scooting around, but keep one skateboard in my car at all times because you really never know when you're going to need to skate. Like, let's say you go to the store, and then for some reason, the only parking is like dang near a quarter of a mile away. No worries, you've got a board. Park it, scoot your little boot. This is amazing. This is amazing. Toss the previous 70 Quibbit core array. With this guy and slime, you gotta do the slime, Daniel. Slime is one of the most advanced substances that we actually even play around with. I even think those little dumplings that people get into, I mean, I think that's just some people getting a little older and wanting to get with slime, but then they want to be a little different. They want to be a little different. It's all-dimensional material. Not exactly. It's just of 3-dimensional materials. It has 4th-dimensional capabilities, and so it works well with a time machine in conjunction with encoding hyper 3-dimensional data. In my hypothesis, that is. This seems too much. Well, interesting. Because, I mean, slime is not technically a material. It's a material in a suspension. Or a suspension in a material. I don't know how we want to look at it. Oh, man. Gotta make ways. Can't wait for the company. What company? The copper timeline is not one that I'm familiar with, so every bit of data is a new vector. I know it's been a short one, but I am going to have to get off pretty soon, though, because I should have got on sooner, but it's late. I am tired, but it's a blessing. It's an absolute blessing to be here with you guys, so I won't take it for granted. Oh, I forgot, we put some copper pieces in the recycler yesterday. I was supposed to check on that and see how they encoded. Wow. Absolutely amazing. It's fascinating that that had enough force to cause any sort of restriction. Stopped it from moving at all. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Amazing. Mind blowing. We're getting our first semblance of loaded energy, and we're not even really in this thing yet, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we are. It's still moving. Yeah, it is just incredibly slow. Wow. This is quite out of this world. Pure data. Pure data. The fact that we're getting any energy output is astronomical. An actual glimpse of the future. What future? Where? Why? I have some ideas. Well, not really. Wow. I don't think it's moving anymore, no. It's arrested. It's a development. Oh. Might be encoding some past data as well. Lock that in one more time. Actually slowed movement a lot more than I thought it would. Actually, I kind of had a sneaking suspicion that it would. But seeing it in practice is something else entirely. What is this? Studies. Studies on the Solar Series Time Machine Lab. Copper, essentially. The reflectivity of copper, I have to look into that. See what the percentage is. Wow. It's moving so slow, it's like a kinetic sculpture. We're going places, ladies and gentlemen. We are going places. This changes everything. Literally. Truly empirical. Truly empirical. Tommy, everything. Cosplay, everything. Will this affect air pollution? It should reduce it. I mean, I have to look that up. I don't know what copper's role is in air purification, but the number of technologies. Oh, wow. That we should be able to innovate on through this. Okay. Quick unfolding that time. It's probably uncountable. That was just happenstance. Anyway, I'm gonna have to cut it, you guys. I got to go to sleep. I'm sorry I lollygagged so hard today. Wow. Looks like I'm playing with stuff. Yeah, I mean, I try to tell people all the time, play. Play is probably the most potent form of action, as far as action is concerned. Time machine, clear series, acrylic. So, as far as the recycler 13, what we're attempting to do now is use the 18th dimensional force in order to compile entropy weld items into a sort of triple entanglement state, enabling for a type of product detachment field to generate artifacts that we can extract. The hypothesis on yesterday was to increase potent copper entanglement. Chavo, thank you so much for the donut. But truly, there's a hyperdimensionality that, while this test continues to improve, let's move light speed. Let's engage the copper lab. Let's see what can come of it. Interesting. Acting as pure data. I can't. The thing is, certain things that people will be saying, that's playing again. Playing releases copious quantities of data, and I'm harvesting all that data in the time machine, through the time machine, and so over time it's gonna lead to advancements. It's going to. That's how science works, quite frankly. Interesting. Interesting. We're on the edge of something. Quasi-dimensional cold. Just data, just data. I mean, this isn't magic, ladies and gentlemen, so it's not like something will just explode. No, I mean, it is science, so I suppose something crazy could happen. Though, I mean, we're not really working at sufficient energy levels for there to be spontaneous energetic excitations, literally, topologically. There's trillions of data points firing. And in other dimensions, they are correlating into real objects. We're just trying to get one into the actual universe that we're in. We're making great progress. This is great data for the recycler, to be honest. What are you looking at? This is one of the more out there things. I'm currently working in the 18th dimension, a dimension that I imagine teleportation only being the 13th dimension. And I'm 5 dimensions past that over here in the 18th dimension. Running testing. I mean, come on. If it looked like something real, then I truly would be like Einstein times 7,000. So I can take my humble, slow progress, but I'm definitely making progress. That's one thing that time machines never fail on. Cole, thank you so much for the what is that? Oh, it's like a bubble thing. It blows bubbles on the screen. You might be onto something cool. You might be onto something. Thank you so much for the roses, Cole. $1 million question. What was the $1 million question? Fred, let's see what Fred said. Scroll up, scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. Do you genuinely believe you're doing anything at all? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I really do. I really, really do. I mean, I know that I am. Who else has a copper time machine? I mean, even if the purpose was just to get some copper on me, that would be amazing. But I think it's a little bit danker than that. Interesting. I think we're sort of starting to get some actual progress out of this. Cool. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Thank you for that amazing quantity of roses. Absolutely. How do you see it? I'm seeing a lot. I know the data. This is the best data we've had from the 18th dimension thus far. So I'm not hating. I'm simply participating. Alright. Let's go ahead and allow that to encode further. Liberate the time machine from there. I'm not going to take the gold off of the copper time machine because I want that to encode as well. Unmolested. Alright. Thank you so much, Cole. Thank you for the huge, crazy rose drop. I mean, honestly, it's absolutely massive amount of roses. I have to be honest, Cole. Like, absolutely freaking massive. How are you giving roses twice simultaneously? Bro, thank you so much. Shout out to Cole. Everheads, go follow Cole. Well, don't even know if Cole wants followers. Maybe he's just a great gifter. Thank you so much, Cole. Wow, wow, wow. Shout out to your boy, Cole. He's at, what, 640? I think at the top it's giving me a tally 654. Freaking roses. It's out of this world. Sir. Sir! Thank you guys so much, honestly. That's crazy. You guys are actually going wild. I think it might be the copper time machine as well, though. I think it might be boosting all of us temporally. Because, see, that's one of the fascinating things about energy, truthfully. I think energy may... Oh, we're doing the 6-7? Wow. That's too much for me to digest even at the moment, but I think energy may naturally be the byproduct of hypertemporal activity. All right. Oh, Krishna sent a galaxy. Jeez, I was looking up, lost in thought. Thank you so much. Dang, bro. Thank you so much. No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Cole, what the freak sauce? Bro's dropping a galaxy. Bro's dropping enough roses to make a galaxy. That is absolutely. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Energy may be the byproduct of hyperfemininity. Oh, what the freak sauce? Friday tick. Okay, 2 galaxies in such a short span. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Plus the 199. Cole, shout out to you. Thank you so much. But I can't help but correlate it to extreme energy byproducts. Let's go. We are investing. I mean, you guys are investing just by being here, I have to be honest with you. By gifting. Now, I don't even know if I would call that investing. Because investing implies some type of ownership. I wish I could give you some kind of ownership. Or something. What can I do? I don't even know what to do for gifts. I've been trying to think about what I could do for the gifts, truthfully. Because it's just an interesting thing to get into. Wow, just had a concept. And it's kind of related to the 18th, 19th, and 20th dimensions and the Copper series. Let's try it out. It's kind of random. If we take the time machine and we encode it extra with a holographic layer, and this really gets into the teleportation as well, so 13th dimension. So I was thinking about what I could write on. I was like, oh, I could write the names of gifters, but that's cool. I don't mind doing that, but then that's also a lot of bureaucracy. Let me think on it. Fascinating. 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 Thank you so much, Friday. Thank you so much, Cole. You guys are amazing. You guys are absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Back, viewers to be your guardian. Viewers can raise to be exclusive guardian. What's a guardian? Oh, some sort of Harry Potter thing. No thanks. Very fascinating. Hashtag hoverheads. Interesting. Andrew Cole, thank you so much. But if he's a time traveler, I mean, we're literally time traveling as we speak. The question is, the real question becomes, because we can always go to the future, but it requires more energy. And we go to the future as quickly as we can. Every time somebody gets money, they take themselves further into the future. It just takes more and more and more and more money to go further and further and further, and it has diminishing returns. So it's like $1 billion doesn't get you really that much further than $1 million, and $1 million doesn't get you, it gets you a good amount further, but it doesn't get you that much further than 100K. This is all hypothesis, random conjecture actually, with an accuracy rate of about 0.00007%, but it's worth talking it out because you never know what you're going to get on it. Cool, thank you so much. What's the hypothesis of the day? I mean, this is definitely one of them. Fascinating. And then time traveling to the past again is the same thing, except for with even worse returns. You know, it's like, why would you go? Literally, why would you go to the past? Cole, thank you so freaking much. You guys are absolute psychos. You're getting me juice, keeping me on here just off of your raw enthusiasm and energy. And I know today's a gangster day, ladies and gentlemen. A gangster day. We're out here with a literal solar series time machine, a new time machine series. All these little tiny copper pieces. Adding them to the copper reservoir. Coal. Jeez. Can't refund. This is for the cause. Who's asking you to refund? Daniel, have you ever tried testing vibranium? I have no idea what vibranium would even be. Maybe vibranium could be like an isotope of titanium or something like that. That might be what's going on. It's like, imagine, wait a second. Isotopes are just atoms with extra neutrons, right? Am I mistaken on that? So just imagine titanium with... And it's funny, because I think neutrons are specifically fourth dimensional illusions. 307, 18, 19, 20. Cole is determined to push the movement into the future. And, I mean, fortunately with the hoverheads here, it's technically possible. But anyway, Cole, you're going absolutely crazy. Absolutely. I was single-handedly going on a rose spree. On an absolute rose spree. And 40K likes from the hoverheads at the same time. 41K likes. we're just out here. Anyway, to give me inspiration, especially. So this is almost like a topological 19th dimensional screen, basically, is what I'm thinking. And I'm like, okay, how can the screen, it's analog, obviously, I'm controlling it, the pixels with my Sharpie, but how can the screen update to show overhead progress? It's kind of something I'm thinking about. There's going to be the series after this one, I'm not really sure, but I think the series after this one is going to have processors and screens. Oh, no. The two series after this one. The next series is going to be motors. And then the series after that will get into processors. Actually, there might be a series. There might. Whoa. Cole's continuing to go crazy, which is shocking me. And then Sam McDowell comes in with a freaking hand heart out of this freaking world. Whoa, what the freak? Another hand heart. It's interesting. Interesting. Possibly also with the heart me. Thank you. Thank you. It says there's 31 something. It's 31 something of you in here. I don't know what that means. Cam Jarrell, Wander 420, Mud Mancer, possibly Ginger Lone Star. Shout out to you guys so much. All the people who aren't here right now. Music to my cheers, Hacksaw. And your boy Cole going absolutely bonkers. Hear me out. Involve magnets in the equation of the semi-hydrofluid. Oh, I'm hearing you out, my G. It's 18D. I mean, okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down because I'm thinking that's interesting. 18D because it's pre-screen recycling, but how is it recycling? Cole, you're going crazy. 600? How do you even have 630 roses? Where are you? What kind of dimensional bag? What are you working on right now? We have the solar series of the time machine. This is a solid copper, though it's actually not even a full solar time machine because it doesn't have two components that are going to be added to it. Probably not this weekend, maybe not till Monday or Tuesday. Absolutely bonkers. Cole will not let me quit on the research tonight. He will not allow it. He said he'll personally fund my reservoirs of energy. What? The freak sauce. Wait a second. Okay. Whoa. Cole, thank you so much for the freaking swan. Okay. Alright. We're mad chilling. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to pin that. Let's get that unpinned. I was just hype on the, just clicking stuff. You guys are doing so much. Anyway, let's focus. You guys are awesome, though. Thank you so much, Cole. Really, really, really super duper appreciate you. Shout out, Cole. Thank you so much. I still have not figured out what could possibly merit a gift, but it's fascinating. I guess that's why it's called a gift. You don't have to do anything to get a gift or anything extra. Ooh. Well. Got the time machine core. Time Machine Lab Tree Series upgraded polymer set. Interesting. That's fascinating. This is something that takes time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's not something you can rush at all. Oh man. But we've made fascinating progress tonight. We've pushed a lot further into this realm than I thought we would have gone. Chill, I'm getting data. Me too. I could have had some sort of time. It's so cool. I mean, just seeing the copper on the copper is kind of out of here. Copper on copper. The future, oh yeah, the future's definitely coming. Future, thank you so much for the finger heart, Brock Dreyer. I appreciate you. He said, oh, word unsigned is dead now. I like how you phrase that, like there's some sort of conspiracy to it. It's like, they said Albert Einstein is dead. I'm just like, Albert, I think, said that he was dead. He's like, guys, I'm not here anymore. I'm leaving. Oh, man. The future is now. Very fascinating. Very fascinating. Endlessly curious. Endlessly discovering. Can you explain how this makes sense, why you're doing? So, to be a little bit specific, some simple principles on the time machines. Really nothing too crazy. Every set of time machine, every series is basically about low entropy to high entropy. On its most basic, it starts off as a unit of extremely, well, not extremely, relatively low entropy, and that continues as we move up. So now, as they get use on them, they sort of soak entropy to themselves in the form of what we would call damage or negative effects or whatever. In my hypothesis, time really is the same thing as entropy, though people will debate that for a variety of reasons, but I think we're going to get there pretty soon as a collective. And entropy is really the only sort of macro form of time that is relevant. To what we think about time. And so by being more cognizant of temporal fields, we are just joined. Well, glad to have you here. Liquid entropy for dinner. We can control the form. I mean, we do it all the time anyway. Time travel is super simple for human beings. That's why we have watches, clocks, all those sorts of things. But, what is time anyway? Time is really just loops. It's really fascinating too. You look at from Vine to TikTok. But anyway, creates loops, but you're also improving the loop, right? Based off of the flow of data, which data is flowing in and out of systems. But anyway, also, I'm kind of leaning on the idea that there cannot be infinite entropy, which means if we're lowering entropy and guiding it, that should have an effect on the overall quantities of entropy available to temporally, well, to destroy our data. Whoa, thank you so much, Sam, for the hand heart. A little explanation, best that I can do right now. What happened to your finger? Well, let's just say, making this little guy, it's not as easy as you would think. One of the reasons why I got on live late. It didn't take that long. But in some ways, it's taken me quite a while to get to this stage. I don't think, this stuff takes time, ladies and gentlemen. It takes time, and time is a huge problem for human beings because of how much data we don't really have control of. It's like flowing over. It's like water. We disagree, with facts from one moment to the next. That's why debates are also fascinating. But, yeah, everything takes time. It all takes time. Part of the time machine's ability is to focus data through multiple units of time. So even though I've been doing this for literally 6 years, I didn't start using the time machine until, as far as for these testings and recording it, until maybe a year into that 6 years or something like that, or maybe less than that, a couple months, few months. But it would be easy to be on something completely different right now. Easy. That's how most human beings are. It's like, oh, you're not on anything for 6 years. Why? Because it becomes unsustainable to do the thing again that many times. And you can't even remember why you're doing it to begin with. Because you're not that person, so you don't have access to that trigger necessarily. But when you're working in a time machine, all there is focus. All there is what you're up to. And so it creates some potential. Look how crazy our full time machine station is looking right now, ladies and gentlemen. There's another piece of copper here. Oh man, yeah. The testing is out of this world. Yeah, the lab is fully engaged at the moment. You can't relate to the overall content. Soon, I think that's one thing I'll do tomorrow is I'll make a good explainer video. I'm hoping to make a lot of progress tomorrow, so if you did want to hit me up, this would be a good time to jump in the DMs or whatever, but I'm going to head to bed, you guys. It's been absolutely amazing. I'm going to let this guy in cold. The main reason I'm not doing any more testing on the bottom part is because I really want that gold paint to dry on it. I think that'll be useful for me. Data-wise, how? I don't know, but you'd be surprised the things that come back around to be the biggest W's. So, Dan said you're so rude. Why would you say that, Dan? Oh, what do you want to ask, Dan? What do you want to ask? Good night. Thank you so much, Congostine. Oh, okay, not me. I thought you wanted to ask me a question. What was the question you wanted to ask? Kenya backwards is Isaac Newton. Isn't it Oinik? The man replied, my comment is so rude. Oh, okay, no worries. Can you email me? I have GPU resources you might want to leverage. Ooh. Yeah, we're definitely going to need that. I mean, we're about at least 2 series of Time Machine away, but who knows? That could happen quickly with the way things are progressing. Can you do a kickflip with your tech deck? No, definitely not. Definitely not. Definitely But anyway, hoverheads, continue to be the wise, awesome people that I know you to be. Those of you who think I'm crazy, continue to be cool and awesome and great supporters of your family and those around you. Because at the end of the day, we're all just some hoverheads.